Hey there, cats and kittens. Marlboro Man from Wham Radio and new Wham TV because we have Mutiny people coming right at you from beautiful top of the line Wham Radio studios with your America's favorite co-host, Miss Anarchist.
Hey guys, it's Anarchist coming to you from the dark side of the moon here on Wham Radio because we have a mutiny people. We have a very good show here for you tonight. We're going to go into a part two of interactive news reality TV and how it's dangerous to our freedom. And we're going to talk more about how reality TV and what defines reality TV and real life. So first, we're going to take a quick little break and hear a word from our sponsor, and we will get back to the top half of the show.
The American People's Party movement, dedicated to meeting the needs of every American citizen. We treat each member with respect and adhere to our principles. Number 1, everyone is free to speak, gather, or write anything they want. Number 2, everyone is free to defend their speech, gathering, or publication. We here at the APPM respect everyone's right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So join us today for just $5 and get the special kind of treatment that only members can enjoy. And that is being treated equally and being able to pursue life and liberty.
Thank you, Marlboro Man.
You're welcome, man.
Okay, guys, so we're going to start off the top half of the show. We're going to talk about, more about reality TV and what makes this, especially the COVID-19 reality TV show and the POTUS reality TV show. So I think this time, right now on Twitter, there's something trending. Hold on, let me just cut over really quick.
So basically, everything that comes to you on a screen is manufactured. Anything, whether it's television or computer, anything like that at all, it's not real. It's always fiction to some degree. It might be based in reality somehow, but it all is produced. It has a writer and a producer and a director and actors and the whole nine yards and a script. So they also have to write the scripts for these things, which they do ahead of time. So many of the news stories that you hear about these days, a lot of it is just prefabricated. And it's very difficult to tell the difference. I mean, how would you be able to tell the difference between something that was, prefabricated or something that just actually happened? Especially if it was coming to you right now and you weren't in on it. You would never know. That's why we have this mass hysteria right now with the whole CVD TV 19 or
That's
whatever
so
you want to
true.
call it.
That's so true. So right now,
Just like
Mark.
Orson Welles' War of the Worlds.
Yeah. So right
Excuse
now,
me.
Mark Meadows is trending number 3 here on Twitter. And the reason why is because, on CNN. So, what did he say? Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, that there is a lack of evidence of mail-in voting fraud is the definition of fraud. So basically claiming that Trump claiming that there's mail voting fraud is Trump being fraudulent himself by claiming that there's mail-in voting fraud. So that's what they're trying to do is just flip reverse the script on each other because they got to make the rivalry between the two
Yeah,
party
they have
system.
to make a proper distraction for us to look at. So
Well, yeah, of
you have a
course.
lot of manufactured drama going on right now, and that's a big part of what's happening. Like with Trump, for example, I'm sure he would do anything possible to draw controversy to the whole election, for just the reason of messing things up and trying to see what he could accomplish. Especially now that all these emergency trips wires are tripped or whatever you want to call it. Emergency measures have been taken. That's why they pushed us into this pandemic in the first place, just so that they could make arbitrary decisions without having to go through the proper channels, which is exactly what they're doing. They've invented this thing in the United States over a year ago, and sent it over to Wuhan, Japan, China, to be released on purpose, just so that they could cause all this mess. And aside from that, the thing isn't even that big of a deal. And anyway, nothing was ever overwhelmed. There was no ever emergency or anything like that. It's just a big game, and it's all political. It's completely political. Anyway, it's just on TV. It's not real. It's a total for your entertainment, manufactured drama, manufactured reality type of thing, and you can choose whether to go along with it or whether not to go along with it. Unfortunately, a lot of people are being taken in by it because they think that everything they see on TV is real, and of course, we know that that's not true.
Right. So going into that, here's a way we can prove that stuff on TV isn't true. So let's go look at this article really quick, and then I'm going to tell you what makes this a reality TV show. So it says White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows on Sunday defended President, well, if he was really the president, I think we'd be in big trouble. But the reality TV show star Donald Trump continued to push to delegitimize mail-in voting. That there is no evidence of widespread voter fraud by retorting that there is no evidence that there is not either. So it's, the pot calling the kettle black. Oh, you're a liar. Oh, you're a liar. Well, you're the fraud. You're the fraud. So basically, what's
When
going
really
on
all
here?
of them are the frauds.
So at the end of the day, what's really going on here with the voting? All voting is the real adults in charge, apparently, asking us children or the audience, what do we think? Send in your vote by mail or go to the booth and go vote. At the end of the day, they're asking the audience like a lifeline. What's our opinion? Pick A, B, C, or D, and whichever one gets the highest. And remember, it's just like in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where they ask the audience, even if an answer comes up at like 90% that the audience, like 90% of the audience selected B, B can still be the wrong answer.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what voting is right now. So what they're saying is, you got the Democrats who want to have the audience submit their answers by mail. And then you have the Republicans who want the audience to submit their answers by voting booths.
Yeah, in person.
In
right.
person.
To prevent voting fraud.
But at the end of the day, we all know that if you're
There's going to be widespread fraud anyway, no matter what happens.
Yeah, and also on top of that, if you're asking the audience as to what they believe in, isn't that the reality show itself, and to see what direction the reality show is going to go into? Just like in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, or like almost like a game show almost.
Of course. And this is another example of them telling people what to think. Because if, they actually respected what we thought, we wouldn't be in any of this right now.
Exactly. None of this would be an issue. And I'm going to give you a second reason why this is such a reality show. The reality show is so bad that they have to pay us Americans to stay home to make the ratings go up.
Right, yeah, exactly.
They want us to sit at home all day and watch the COVID-19 reality show during the day,
yeah.
And then at night, watch the POTUS reality TV show at night.
Yeah, so that people are hanging on the every word of all this, and they're scared to go out of their house, and they're scared to do anything.
Yeah.
Scared.
Because they think it's real. They think that the COVID-19, the reality TV show is a real thing, that it's happening outside, and apparently people are dropping dead from the floor in the streets. Like,
when they try to pit us against each other, they try to make people who aren't wearing masks mad at people who wear masks, or vice versa. People who wear masks mad at people who aren't wearing them, calling them murderers.
And
Even
before this pandemic,
right?
Anybody who was wearing a mask was either at the time, a protester, someone who's going to rob you, or somebody who's just really messed up and wanted to wear a mask that day.
Yeah, and we've all known those people.
And we've known at least one or two of those people. Oh, today I'm going to wear my cyber goth punk steampunk face mask.
Right. Or the crazy lady behind the counter that wears surgical mask, right? Like Michael Jackson used to.
I remember back in the day before this pandemic, even then, was the craziest people you saw were Asians who wore rubber gloves touching all the money at the hair salons. You know what I mean? Like
Right,
the only
right.
ones who were wearing rubber gloves all the time were like usually Asian store owners. So if they had like a hair store or a nail salon or even a restaurant, I always notice little Asian ladies are always wearing rubber gloves, touching the money out the register with
Maybe
gloves.
they knew something that we didn't.
You would think that if they were like that, then all those Wuhanese people wouldn't have been killed or died from their virus that they got.
Well, we have to realize that too. Remember, China is an extremely dirty country. It's a communist country, and that's what's going to happen here in America. They're just going to cover everything up, and certain people are just going
Cover it up
to
with
fall.
dirt.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But with the Chinese dirt, they're gonna put piles of dirt on top of us and say, "Oh, look, it's your guys' fault." And that's what they're doing is they're telling us that we are the problem, just like what Lori Lightfoot's doing here in Chicago.
Yeah.
She's doing the whole her little 5 point program of how to like secure Chicago more. And really, all it was just a list of more infringements on Americans' freedoms, on Chicagoans' freedoms here. Like it was just a list of you're the problem, you people are the problem, not us. And it's like, well, the reason why we're having a problem is because of you guys in the first place. How dare you tell us, the people, we are the problem?
Right, exactly.
So again, just a
It's a distraction. They want us to fight with each other so that the bad guys can get away with it.
yeah.
And they're just bad guys.
And
There's no
again, just
label you can put on them. There's no one entity. We're not anti-government or anything like that. It's just bad guys who all happen to have one thing in common, which is the biggest problem that the country actually does have,
which is government.
Well, I was going to say actually pedophilia.
Oh yeah,
Child
that too, of
molesting. Yeah,
course.
right.
The pedophiles are in the government. And just before we even
Well, they're
touch on
everywhere,
that,
but they're the bad guys. I mean,
yeah.
and they're the ones that are behind a lot of
So
it.
let's
That's
look
the
at
one
the
thing they all have in common.
let's look at the ratings of the
They
reality
know
TV
these
show. Let's look at the ratings of this reality TV show.
Okay.
So the unemployment rate of people not working and sitting home and watching TV and boosting the ratings, the highest rate we had here in the United States was 14.7%. Now we all know that any official numbers released by any government is most likely a lie, and usually the rule of three can apply generally to this. So instead of 14.7%, we're looking at a 44.1% of actual people who were not working, and we're including people who weren't working before the pandemic. So those who are disabled, those who are sitting on, or you what is it, on SS, Social Security
Right.
income
So,
and disability.
right.
There's a lot of people that are on those benefits who sit home, who are a big chunk of this giant number, the 44.1%. I'm assuming 1/3 of that are those people who are benefits recipients on that ratings list. So they paid us, think about it, $600 a week to sit home and watch the reality TV shows, both the COVID-19 reality TV and the POTUS reality TV show. They paid us $600 a week to watch the shows because they suck and there's nothing else to freaking watch right now. They took everything off TV, they took off sports, they took off entertainment. Even the comedians, they weren't even doing their shows in the studios. They were doing them at home on camera with their little selfie camera sitting in front of their little laptops.
Oh, it's
Who are
pathetic.
all
It's completely pathetic. Everybody on Zoom on network TV now.
Yeah, everybody on Zoom and network TV. Everybody's sitting in front of a camera like directly, and we all know. And then now this is gonna go into like the pedophiles because now we know that Jimmy Kimmel, Ellen DeGeneres, like all these people in high positions of power, and influence. I don't even want to say power. It's more like influence because these are the people on mainstream media like shows that get millions of viewers, and they get these viewers to sit there and agree with them. You would think at some point that they are entertainment themselves. Just like what we
Right.
discussed earlier, they're on a screen. They're strictly there to entertain us at all times, and that it's important for us to do our own due diligence.
Yeah, I can't understand how they've gotten away with this for so long, with so many unanswered questions, and just by blatantly lying and reusing footage over. I mean, if they have to hide anything or fudge numbers, which they've been caught doing, then obviously, like there's something to this that's not right, and how people can just do nothing about this. I mean, I don't understand. How can we go about afraid of you know afraid of standing up for our freedoms because this is illegal what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
completely it's against the American people. It's not right, which is
Yeah.
why we need to just break off and forget about all of them and
And join the American People's Party movement.
yes,
And,
do
and
what's fair, do what's right. We respect our United States of America government, but we, the American people, need to do our own thing.
we
We
need
have an
to.
economic emergency
We
we
need
need to tend to. We need to get business going, and bad. That's what we need to do. We need to all go to our Wham Radio events and come hang out with us and be interviewed for the show and do a little partying. That's what we need to do for charity. Partying for charity. That's right. That's what we do, everybody. We want to. We found a way where we can actually mingle with all of you, get your opinions and everything, but at the same time, raise a little money to help some needy people, some less fortunate, and some children as well, and some church functions as too. So we're always doing stuff like that. We just want to remind you, and we're actually going to be going full time with the charity events. So we'll be having those at sponsored locations, more and more and more and more, and you'll be able to come out to those and meet us and have fun, and we can
face
talk about
masks,
anything you like. Yeah,
face masks, and social distancing are not required.
not required, folks. Not required. Only requirement is to be a free American citizen. That is all.
Okay, so let's take a short little break and take a listen to one of our other sponsors, and then we'll get back to the end of the show. Join our field correspondent program. We will train you. Your role is to be in the front lines, whether it's reporting an event or a community outreach. The field correspondent program at Top of the Line Productions is an important role to fill. Come make a difference today, one story at a time. Okay, guys, we're coming back to the bottom half of the show. We just wanted to get your guys' opinions on things. Um, we have established that this is a reality TV show, that they are using mail in voting or voting booths to ask the audience for their opinions. And they
What actors you'd like to have going forward?
yeah, what actors do you want going forward into the next season of the show? And then they also paid us, to make the ratings go up on the show as well.
Right, exactly.
So you got COVID-19, the daytime talk, and then you got the POTUS show, the evening time. What is it? The NCIS of evening time at this point. That's prime time now.
Yeah, right.
Is
exactly.
the POTUS show. And that we did establish that anything on a screen isn't real,
Right.
including this show, guys. We wrote this show. We're putting it all on a screen for you. We're packaging it up very nicely. We're making it where you guys can enjoy
a
it.
nice free product
A nice
from Top of the Line Productions.
exactly, without having to worry about ads. Of course, we have our own sponsors and stuff, and they are great people, and they are small local businesses that are not looking into big cutbacks and bailouts and stuff. They're looking into giving all our clients and all their customers good quality products.
That's right, folks. We support the American people and the local businesses as we are as well. Also, the local charities. So we are inviting you once again to come out to our different sponsored locations where they are privately owned businesses of local and small mom and pop operations, and we just want you to network and mingle and get some good products that you might need, as well as talk to us with the Wham Radio, where you always get the truth. So here's Wham Radio helping you understand that there is no pandemic or anything like that. It's just a little nasty flu bug that's nastier than normal, and there's nothing to be afraid of. Well, please feel free to come out to the different sponsored locations and for a few minutes hang out with us. Tell us what you think. Give us your opinion. We'll be happy to put it on the show as well. And you never know. You'll probably find something that you like, or you could maybe even make a fun habit out of it because we got some music going and prizes. We got always got something going on that's different and fun.
All right, and just remember, guys, we here at Wham Radio, we are not the foremost authority on anything. Do your own due diligence.
That's right. That's right.
Because again, we ourselves are on a screen. We write these things. We come up, and it's not like we come up and follow the stories that we're writing on and reporting on, guys. We're looking at actual headlines and stuff. But at the same time, do not take us as the point and the end all be all authority. Do your own due diligence.
No, we just want to help you speak your mind and exercise your freedom. That's all we want to do. We just want to be a small part of it. That's all. Kind of help things along. Grease the wheels of freedom, right?
All right, Marlboro Man. I guess it's time to end the show.
Okie dokie. This has been Marlboro Man from Wham Radio and Miss
Anarchist coming to you from the dark side of the moon, and we will see you on the next show.
Signing out, folks.